Hello, guys. Let me share something about the power of compounding by taking one example, RVNL. So please keep in mind that this is not a recommendation. This is something I found a good example. Okay, what had happened in the past and by assumption in future in the only share price. Okay, I'm not talking about anything about RVNL, whether it can do better, best, worst. No, I'm just taking the price and just want to demo you the power of compounding. Okay, so okay, a few things I captured. Okay, why I took this example is because our Prime Minister Modi kept on speaking in a public forum about the railway infrastructure. Okay, it is not specifically to RVNL, about the infrastructure with respect to the railways. Okay, so I got this update in a table format from the Grok AI. So I'm showing you, right? Like almost like 14 in 18, 21, and in 2022 and 24. So year on year, so he stresses on the railway infrastructure. And even we have seen like a lot of developments happening. And even if you go to any RVNL, IRFC, any railway related companies, like they are getting orders. So that's how we see on the ground what's happening, right? So that's why I picked this RVNL stock to just to demo you. Okay, so what I did, this is some calculation I have done, and then I want to show in the chart also. So when it came, okay, this came around like 2019, just before COVID, and then it got listed, and then it was around like 19-20 rupees, right, in that time. So just imagine if we had bought this during that time. So what I did, I took the first date of the year, like first Jan 2020 and first Jan 21 and so forth, like so on. Okay, so I just considered like 10 years, like 11 years time span. So, and if you know the Google Finance formula, it fetches the price dynamically. It goes to the Google website, Google Finance website, and fetches the price. Okay, if you pass this date, so you can pause this video and capture the formula, and you can try in a Google Sheet. Okay, I use it heavily to do my analysis. So let me do two decimal for a better readability. Okay, so here on 1st Jan 2020, it was around 23 rupees. Okay, let's cross check this. Okay, where we want to go, come to here and go to the 1st Jan 2020, right? Okay, 1st Jan 2020. You see, this is the 1st Jan and the price around 21-20 rupees. Okay, so same is being fetched here. Okay, so it fetches because it's stored in the Google Finance, so it will fetch the correct value. Okay, ideally it should. So what I did, okay, so this is something I have kept it. So let me replace this with the formula. Okay, so as you know, like 26th hasn't come till, so it's not fetching the value because we need to go to next year for that. So till here we got the value. Okay, so how many x times returns it has given? Okay, so in 1 year, okay, it is just maybe a 0.4%, right? So just a small up in 1 year, and then in 2022 it became like 50%. You see the 0.53, 1.53, like 53% up, and then 2.98, like it went up from this. I'm referring to this one. Okay, 23 versus like from the beginning. Okay, so it became close to 3x and then 7x. Now it is 18x. Okay, so this is how the compounding works. So generally in the beginning, 23 to become double, okay, it took like 4 years, right? Like it took like more than 3 years. But from 3x to 7x, so it just happened in 1 year. Okay, so now from 7 to 18x, it just took 1 year. So that's the push. I think the push from the government to the infrastructure might be helping these companies to grow such a rapid way. But yeah, we cannot say anything like what may happen in future. Please keep this in mind that I'm not a SEBI advisor. So make sure you do the due diligence of any company, any stock before putting your money into any stock. Okay, I'm just hypothetically putting, this is what happened, this is what happened in the past. Okay, imagine if you had put 1 lakh at 23 rupees. Okay, because many people had put that time. I know personally few people put, even I have put. So but the thing is that that's why it came in my radar, right? So that's why I just wanted to highlight the power of compounding through this video. So imagine if you had put 1 lakh, so how much that 1 lakh would have become now, right? So in the beginning, 23. Okay, so 23, just think this will be 1x only, right? So and then just multiply this your 1 lakh. Okay, this is just for example, right? Let me just, okay. So 1 lakh will be the same amount in the beginning, and next year it will like just like around 3,000 addition, then 53%, of course 53,000, and then right, like your 1 lakh had become like has become 2.98, close to 3 lakhs, which is 2.98x. Now we are sitting with 18 lakhs, right? Now, anybody who has bought this share at 23 rupees with invested amount 1 lakh, currently he is sitting with 18 lakh and odd. So just predict the the future. Okay, so what may happen? Okay, imagine if it becomes, see, 23 to 35, it took more time, but what do you think, like just add 25 rupees or 23 rupees, right? The initial price, just if you add, keep on adding 25 rupees. Okay, for next say 5 years, right? Just imagine this 18 will become 24. So see, there is a lot of chances even it may double, right? This 428, even it may become double in next 5 years. In that it will become 37 lakh, right? What if it becomes 25,000? Okay, in that case you cross 1 cr. Okay, so the plan to tweak this number and show you only to show the purpose of power of compounding, and it had happened with many companies over a period of longer duration. Okay, I've just taken 10 years, but probably even it may take more number of years, maybe 15, 20, maybe 25 years. But what I'm showing here, if company is good, if the sector is good, and if the policies of the government is helping these companies, and if the sales are good, so if overall, right, so this is something we can say these companies are kind of multi-baggers, right? It already showed so far the potential. So let's see what happens in future. So this is what I wanted to convey, the message of a power of compounding. So let me know if you have found any such stock where you see a where you have already seen the kind of multi-bagger in your portfolio, or do you have any stock in mind which can become a multi-bagger? Just do comment, so let me also see, right? Sometime what happens, we may also miss some stocks, kind of multi-bagger stocks. Let me study, and if I feel something can be shared, definitely not a futuristic a prediction, something like what happened, that is something I can really share to the public, right? So this is something we wanted to share today. So thanks for watching, and if you like the video. Thank you.